Three signs that you have low T. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, and this is Mr. Lean, which is a pun from Mr. Clean, if you didn't get it the first time. Anyway, so in this video, I'm gonna go over three signs that you have low T, because, you know, maybe your diet is on point and maybe your training is on point, but if you have low T, none of that's gonna really matter and you're not getting the results you want, because testosterone is the driving force behind building muscle. It's the primary driving force of building muscle, and it helps also a lot with fat loss, okay, and with appetite and with drive, and you know, your life is so much better as a guy if you have normal to high levels of testosterone. Now, what is considered normal to high levels of testosterone in my books? Because if you go and ask a doctor, he's gonna tell you that even if you have 250 mgs of free testosterone in your bloodstream, he might say you're good to go and you're healthy, totally healthy. But you know, doctors always, what they focus on is being like medically healthy, which means that, you know, you're not about to die any moment. So, you know, life and death situations, or you're so like your life's like you're going through something so terrible that you can't even like get up and go to work, and that's when doctors come into the play, okay? And you know, you can live your life with 200 T and you're not dying from like any diseases or anything like that. But you know, in my books, it's not considered healthy, and definitely it's not considered optimal, okay? Optimal levels of T, free T in your blood, for me, is around 500 and more, because that's when you thrive, okay? Ideally 600 to 700, and more is better always, okay? So I got tested a while back and I had around 770 and you know, it really helps with like building muscle, staying lean, staying in shape, and you know, not trying so much and just having the drive and focus to work out. So I'm gonna, without further ado, let's go over the three tips, and then I'm gonna tell you what to do if you have these three indicators that you have low T. Okay, so number one is do you have the morning wood? Is the Mr. like little guy saluting you, and like you have like the eye contact, you look like like little guy is looking at you, you're looking at the little guy. Do you have trouble like peeing in the morning, you know? Do you have morning wood? The number one indicator, if like you're waking up and most of your mornings are not like you don't have trouble peeing, then maybe you should look into it a little bit more, right? So tip number one, morning wood. Do you have it or not? Indicator number two, libido, means do you wanna have sex regularly, or you don't feel like it usually? You know, it's okay, sometimes you go through some hardships and some you know, financial situations, difficulties, this and that, some stress, and that's fine, you know. But you know, if you like pan out and think about the last 6 months of your life, how often do you want to do it? You know, do you think about it? Do you think about girls, or you know, how many times do you think about it? How many times are you horny, and you know, you see a girl and you're like, I want to do it, you know? Society makes you think it's weird and you shouldn't feel that way, but we're guys and it's totally normal, right? So do you feel that way through a few times, at least 2, 3, 4, 5 times throughout the day, like some horniness, some, you know, some libido? And if you have a girlfriend or something, do you like want to do it like on a daily, like a few times even per day, or you just like once a week or once a day, like just pushing it and doesn't like, you're like, oh, here we go again? Or are you like, yeah, let's go, baby, you know? So libido, number two. Number three is like your work in correlation with your results, okay? So if you've been actually consistent, and you've been working out, and you've been eating right for the past like 5 years, and your results are just not there, maybe something's wrong with your T. You know, when you look at yourself, do you have a lot of fat, a little muscle? And sometimes you look at the guys at the gym and like they're like all jacked and like muscular, and like they're just more masculine. You know, sometimes you're not doing everything right, and that's why you're not like seeing results. And sometimes, you know, have you like invested in personal training and coaching and stuff to like make sure you're doing everything right? And if you do you still have crappy results? If so, maybe your test is at low levels. Okay, so if you have one or more of these indicators, maybe you should go and get that checked. Okay, so this was the video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I see you on the next one. Okay, let me know what else you want to see down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay.